Using leather boots, and it would literally have been a leather hobnail boot laced up with no real insulation and certainly no clever synthetics involved. This boot here is actually my favourite piece of kit, and thanks to Phil and the guys at Snow and Rock, has been a massive find for me this season. Traditionally, boots that you climb mountains with are not all good for skiing downhill. They tend to be very lightweight, very comfortable, which is very good for going up, but you do lose some of the ultimate downhill performance. This Atomic Hawk XPD is a really clever piece of kit. It's a 130 flex, don't worry about the numbers. What that means is it's a stiff boot, a bit like an alpine boot. But I can hear you saying, if it's stiff, how is it any good for going up mountains? Well, this boot weighs approximately half what my racing boot does. It's unbelievable. And then what we can do here is we unrelease the buckles, we pull up the flap at the back, and in fact, you can see then the boot releases into walking mode. So it's quite literally the best of both worlds. All kit is a compromise. I can't afford 5 different sets of kit. So what we wanted to do was buy a piece of kit that would look after us all season long, whether we were skiing hard on the slopes or whether we were climbing up the mountains as we're going to do later in the week. So we're really pleased with this piece of kit, and it's certainly not a leather hobnail boot. Now then, what happens when we can't put the skis on? We'll come to the skis later. What you need is a crampon. Have a look at this. This is a 1930s iron or crampon. It actually looks like something evil from Game of Thrones, and I have to tell you, it weighs an absurd amount because fundamentally it's solid metal. The other thing is, with a crampon, ski mountaineering, you're never likely to want them on all the time. So the thought of having that in my rucksack at any one time for me to land on or fall on is frankly pretty terrifying. So if I move across now this, and I can't really show you the weight difference, here's the modern version. It weighs literally half. It clips onto the ski boot bindings at the back of the boot. The toe piece goes over the front and it's fixed securely on. When I don't want it, it'll collapse, it'll put away, the two things go together. So the points are twice as sharp, and it looks frankly slightly less scary.